Kia ora whānau, how are you? It's Om here from Craft Lab NZ, and yes, today we've moved into the shed, but what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make an amazing little project of a rock throwing sling. Now, a good friend of mine, Mountie, showed me this, so this is a bit of a shout out to you, Mountie, and I'm going to do my little spin on how we can make this rock throwing sling. So the cool thing about this little rock throwing sling is we are actually making something that can probably go quite far. So quite similar to our throwing arrows, we need to make sure we've got a big open space to do this, and once you get really good, you can actually put targets up and you can practice shooting these targets. So again, we need to be really mindful of making sure that we're making good decisions, especially when we're starting to make things that are starting to get into weapons like bows and arrows and all sorts of cool stuff like that. So today what we've got is we've got a piece of cord. Now this can be any thin rope, could even be shoelaces, but what I've got is a bit of paracord here, and it's probably about 1.5 meters long. So all I'm going to do is if I hold the end in my hand and I measure it down to my elbow here, at that point there I'm just going to hold it and I'm going to wrap it around my hand 3 times. So if you have a little look at this, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. And you'll notice one tail sticking down that end and one tail is up this end. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my hand out of this. Excellent. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to start on one of these ends. So I might start on this end here. And I'm just going to hold that all in my hand, that little set of loops. And all I'm going to do is tie 2 overhand knots with this. So if I get this little piece of rope and I put it through, and I pull it, and this tail's going to go through that little hole. So that's 1 loop, and then I'm going to do that 1 more time. So it's going to go back through that hole, and it's going to come down through there and pull that nice and tight. So now you'll see that this end is tied off, and I'm going to do the very same to the other side.
So to hold this like so, come through that hole, and then use the tail to go through that loop, pull that tight, and do 1 more time. Go through there, tail through that hole, pull it nice and tight. So,
awesome. Now what you'll notice is, have a look at this. This is super cool. So what I've got is I've got my rope, but in the middle it kind of looks a little bit like spaghetti. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get another piece of string, and this can be any rope again. And what rope have I got? Let me have a look. Oh, that's what I've got. I've got a bit of baling twine, and what I've done is on the end of it I've sellotaped a piece of string. So all I'm going to do now is, just like I'm weaving, I'm going to separate these little things here, these little bits of rope in the middle, into lots of different fibres. So I've got lots of pieces there. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go under and over and under and over and under and over and under. So I'm going to start to weave another piece of string in between them all. So I'm just going to carry on that pattern. Each time I come back, I'm just going to make sure I'm doing the opposite.
every once in a while, I'm going to give this a little bit of a pull. Okay, so carry on that pattern.
So we'll keep going and I'll show you what it looks like.
Alright, so what I've done is I've gone through there and I've done this awesome weave all the way through there. You can kind of see, it almost looks like a similar to weave like what we do if we're making some sort of basket.
So now with our little pieces here that we were using to weave with, all I'm going to do is I do have my pieces of string, the original ones that I started with. So I'm just going to tie a couple of overhand knots here. So I'll do one over there and I'll do
Another one there, so 2 overhand knots, or 2 half hitches we call them. And once we've done those 2 half hitches, we can actually grab some scissors.
I think I've got a pair here.
Grab some scissors and snip that in.
Piece there. So I'm going to do the same to the other side.
2 half hitches, 1, 2, excellent, and I'm going to give that a snip. Okay, check it out. We have got a really awesome little sling that we made. So what's
Important is what I actually had to do is I had to join another piece of rope onto this because it was quite short. So if I'm going to give you a bit of a gauge, we basically want to have our little weave
in the middle, and then maybe we want to have it at least an arm's length. So probably 1 forearm length of rope, and I've got another
rope, what we're going to do, and any side you can choose, is all I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little loop like this, and then I'm just going to tie a little overhand knot. So this little loop needs to be big enough to keep your fingers in. So I might need to maybe make a slightly bigger loop, and I'm just going to go
through there, pull that down like so, so I've made a little loop in one end. And then
in the other end, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to tie just a basic overhand knot. But before I do that, I'm just going to measure it. So if I was to hold my little sling in the middle, and both those pieces are coming up, see how much I've got left over here? So that's fine. All I'm going to do there is I'm just going to hold that, I'm going to tie that in a single knot, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've made it. We've got our awesome weave, and at
one end I've just got a normal little overhand knot, and then at the other end I've got it so there's a loop. Now I'm going to show you how we can load this and start to fire it. Let's go. Alright, so as you can see
behind me here, we've got a huge field. Hello! Awesome. You can see that there's all the cows are out of the way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to load this. So I've got lots of awesome little rocks here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a rock and I'm going to place it inside this little pouch here, and then I'm just going to curl it over and sort of pinch it in so it's holding it. In one hand I'm going to hold this loop, and in the other same hand I'm going to hold that knot. So what should hopefully happen is the best way to learn to fire this first of all is actually holding it and going round in a circle like this.
So we don't want to go around our head like a cowboy, we want to go round like this, and all we're going to do is let go of a single knot. Wow!
I don't even know where that went. So I'll show you again how we're going to load this one more time.
So again we've got another little rock down here, so we're going to load that rock inside there, and we're going to roll it and pinch it and catch it like so. Then what we've got is we've got the loop. My finger's going to go through the loop, and then the same hand is going to hold on to that knot as well.
Now can you sort of see how one string's tight and one string's loose? It kind of means that we actually want both of those strings to be quite tight. So this little loop that I'm holding on to might need to be tightened a little. So I'm just going to quickly do that.
Okay, much better. So if I'm holding my little rock there, now you can see that both those strings are nice and tight. So finger through the hole holding that, and then I'm just going to hold on to this. So again, I'm going to go round in a circle, and then when it's in front of me, I'll let it go. Awesome. Okay, so now comes the target practice time.
Can you see that awesome old, I think that used to be an old tractor carriage or something, but I'm going to see if I can throw my rock over there and hit it. We'll see if we can bang it and make some noise. I didn't get it yet. Oh, what's that behind me?
Can you see what that is? There's a cow in the way. So
Maybe, or definitely, I'm not going to throw them that way, but right beside me here, I'll show you, I've got an awesome barn.
alrighty, so we've just changed location because we had our lovely cows start wandering in the way. I think they got a bit excited wondering what's happening. So here's my last shot. I've got my
Last little rock here, I'm going to put it back inside.
there. I'm going to fold it over. Again, put my finger through that loop, and then the same finger's going to hold that. And my goal is, see this big barn behind me here? I'm going to
See if I can make a noise against the side of that barn.
let's do it. You can do this one. Come on.
Round in circles. Oh, that was pretty awesome. So that is how you make an awesome little rock throwing sling by doing an awesome bit of crafting. So from Om at Craft Lab NZ, I hope you enjoy this little project. Maybe you could even line up some cans when you get really good. And I'd love to see how you guys are doing, how your target practice is going.
So